So I remember my addiction I had gotten arrested and spent 6 months in prison. And my sister had a friend who went to a church. I remember when I was in prison, the pastor at this church I hadn't met yet, but he'd send me emails daily while I was in prison for addiction and methamphetamine possession, and very, very supportive. And then when I got out of prison, I remember going physically to the church, and I remember talking with him about being a gay man and my sexuality, assuming really that he was going to respond, okay, welcome. And his response was, I'm going to get you in touch with another pastor that I know at a different church here in the community. And so I didn't know this lady from Eve. And so I walked into a Perkins, I remember very specifically this day, and she was asking about my background. I told her that my mom had passed away the same year that I came out as a gay man, and I'm not really sure how, but somehow we got to her suggesting that I was gay because my mom died. I remember saying to her, we're done eating, here's some money for the check, and I walked out of that conversation. And I mean, the shame that I felt around that at that point was, good Lord. I mean, if a pastor doesn't know how to handle me as a gay man, and then he suggests I talk to another person of faith, and she thinks that I came out as a gay man because my mom died, like what? It kind of was just like mind-blowing to me.
So my daughter's father passed away about like a little over 4 months ago, inevitably because of this disease. And it wasn't like I was shameful of the fact that he had died from this disease, but it was just heavy, and I felt like nobody wanted to hear it, or I didn't want to lay my burdens on somebody else, you know? And then all the other strongholds started popping up, like I'm not good enough, you know, just shrink and don't say anything. And so it took a few weeks for me to finally like speak up, and I think it just got, like I could feel it, like it was like building. Like there was a few Saturdays where I came and wanted to share it on the heartaches and then didn't. And then I could feel it in my gut, like it was not, I can't like sit with this anymore. It's a dangerous road to go back on. Like I was kind of going back into that shame after all this happened. And I think it's so huge to make it known that we don't do shame here, because it's like, it has absolutely saved my life. Like being able to come here and be loved and be held. Like, I don't think I'd be here talking to you if I didn't have the courage from others too, right? Like sharing their stories and really seeing their shame. Like it's a domino effect, you know, when people share theirs, and it gave me the courage and strength to share mine.
Free recovery community in this space, working with my sponsor, really helped me to identify that shame isn't going to do anything for us here. All shame is doing is continuing a process of like beating me up and saying I'm not worth it, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of friendship, I'm not worthy of love. But what I found on Saturday night was I had, again, unconditional love from people that I have met recently, but that at our core share addiction.